Gizmo show. Definitely got to get into a couple things. For sure. And y'all see the thumbnail. Why are black people at the bottom of the socioeconomic totem pole? And a picture of Miss Successful, Miss Kendra G is the highlight response. Why are black people at the bottom of the socioeconomic totem pole? Why? Why are black people at the bottom, everybody? Why is it that black people are at the bottom of the socioeconomic totem pole? Somebody tell me. Shout out to Miss Toombs. What's up, baby? Apologize for the abrupt departure earlier. Had to address some things that had slipped my mind. However, this is a more interesting topic. And I'll get back to that one. Previously, did you know Kendra has her own podcast now? Shout out to extremely successful Miss Kendra G. She has a podcast, and she speaks on why she's happily not married. Happily not married. There's a saying, Miss Toombs, that says, "Dost thou profess too much?" Dost thou profess too much? I believe it's a Shakespeare quote. And I used it before. Basically, when someone's trying to convince you, are they really trying to convince you? Right? Are they really trying to convince you or me about the level of their happiness? Right? I truly believe that Kendra is not exactly as happy as she says she is. Now, yes, she's financially set. Seems to be that way. I know she mentioned she had 80 grand in bills. I don't know how serious that is or if it's capped. However, I'll just take, for the sake of the argument, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt and say, yeah, she's being honest. Well, my position, Miss Toombs, chat, is if you're truly happy, then why do you have to continue to tell us? Why do you have to continuously try to quantify and tell us how happy that you are? Right? Why do you have to continuously on different podcasts, now your own, to continue to put your narrative out there that you're happy, if indeed you are, in fact, happy? Last time I checked, happy people don't have to continuously say that they're happy. It's kind of like somebody who's rich telling you that they're rich. Real rich people, yes, Pumpkin, I'm coming, baby. Here, come on. Real successful people, Miss Toombs, as I'm sure you already know, don't have to continuously tell us that they're rich and successful. We know that who's rich and successful, right? Perpetrators like an Anton Daniels and any of these fake rich guys on the internet, rappers and you know what I mean, idiots like that have to continuously try to tell us that they're doing better. They have to continuously try to convince us. But people who really have it like that do not have to convince us at all. We already know, because it is, as they say, proof in the pudding, right? So my question is, why does Miss Kendra G always try to tell us how happy she is when we would be able to see it if indeed that were the case, right? And we all know that Kendra is successful. And I personally don't begrudge her for any of her success. I think that she really misrepresents that. It's, me being a black man, I'm actually in awe of what she's done in terms of this. Kendra took a shot on herself. I want to make this very clear. People don't like the fact that she tried to take her talents to her own app and she put her own money up. As a man who's put his own money up for things, no, Pumpkin, I gotta change your diaper. I truly respect that, right? I truly respect that she took a shot on herself and she said, you know what? I'm gonna try to do something, right, that hasn't been done in terms of, I'm gonna try to make a move. And as a man, you gotta respect that. Like the hustler in me respect Kendra's ability to do that. I want to start out with that. And I told her this on her app. So anything that I'm saying now, I told her. What I believe she went wrong was when she let anybody up on her platform looking any old type of way. She didn't have a dress code, which I told her. She didn't have any type of standard for how black people should be people should behave. And so therein lied where I believe she erred in her judgment. Now, that's just my opinion. I believe she should have had some sort of a standard for how she allowed, if she wanted to truly be taken serious in this space, you know what I mean, and truly taken seriously as a real boss CEO, as she says, there should have been some standards in terms of what she would versus what she would not allow on her platform. I think that that's fair, right? So I'm not telling y'all nothing that I didn't tell her. And anybody that saw my interviews with her know exactly what I told her. I told her that I'm not a hater. I'm not one of these guys who don't want to see you win. I have no dog in the fight. You know what I mean? And put it like this. The only thing that truly really bothered me in terms of her pushing her advice was that her advice is a one-of-one advice. Kendra is in a tax bracket that most of us will never truly be. The majority of us are going to need, the majority of our women are going to need a man in order to get through to the end of life. So it's all capped that black women are making so much money and they are so financially well off when the numbers suggest absolutely otherwise. So when you put that information out there and you tell black women as if they don't need men and we're doing so much and we have so many opportunities and there's so much that we would rather do rather than be up under the covering of a man. Well, that's all sounds good until you actually have to put that stuff under the light and see if it holds up. Well, the truth is men and women need each other. The black man and the black woman both need each other. And the fact that they continuously try to push that and tell us how happy they are when we can actually see with our eyes that's where things get out of pocket. Shout out to Non-Boss, exactly. Thank you. She had a lot of clowns on the show, male and female. This is facts, Miss Toombs. And I think therein lies where, in my opinion, had she done a better job in streamlining. Okay, wait a minute. You're not good for you're not what I want our community to represent. You're not what I want my brand to represent. So I'm not gonna put you out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm only gonna push the best and the brightest of us. And I think she would have had a better outcome with some serious-minded men and women up on her platform. And I think she wouldn't be taken as a joke. Because a lot of people don't believe in her in this regard. So now she's trying to be taken seriously. However, she didn't take her platform seriously. Y'all remember I came on there with suit and tie. Every time I come on an interview with somebody, y'all, you're going to see me with a shirt and tie. Because when I go on a job interview, y'all, I go with shirt and ties. There's a certain way. Yes, I'm from the street. Yes, I only got a GED. Yes, I'm not the smartest or the most brightest or the most articulate, the most handsome. I get all of that. However, there's still a certain way that I choose to represent myself. And I want to be taken as a serious black man. I cannot behave any kind of way and expect for people to take me serious. So there's why I think that she erred. That's just my opinion. Shout out to Non-Boss. She needs to come up with her mission and vision and stick to it. Only focusing on the pennies, she could be making more money if she actually was more humble. Now that's what's important right there, Non-Boss. Glad you brought that up. Because Kendra's biggest issue, above all as I see it, is she lacks humility. Kendra's got a lot of fake humility. You know what I'm saying? 1 minute she's acting and talking humble. Next minute she like, let me pop my shit, right? And then she always talks about how beautiful she is when truth be told, none of us really ever know because we don't really know what she looks like, you know what I mean? Minus the makeup and minus the wigs, right? So that's how I quantify beauty. That's how most men quantify beauty. Is that can I see you with your face bare, fresh out the shower, or just waking up in the morning? This is a face I want to wake up to in the morning because that's really what you're going to be getting. The face that I'm waking up to in the morning, right? Or do you have to go into the bathroom and get yourself together? You know what I mean? In order for me to see you, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. So shout out to Non-Boss. Non-Boss says she's not that pretty. Non-Boss, you may be right. I've never seen a picture of her personally. I think there was one picture floating around of her, but I don't remember ever truly seeing Kendra without done up, right? So I don't really technically know what she looks like. You know what I'm saying? I would beg to say my guess would be she's probably average like most people. Like most of us really are average human beings. We're average earners. We're average, and there's this notion that something is wrong with the word average now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Is that everyone is exceptional, and that the truth is the numbers don't support that. The truth is nothing supports that, right? There's classes and everything, right? And so this notion that we continue to push this stuff out to our people and our women continue to get caught up in it. And I heard women saying that this is a bunch of bitter men and they just, baby, nobody's bitter over here. I don't know about other guys, but I'm gonna speak for me. Personally, I love black women. Yes, my daughter's by a white woman, but because I'll hit just about anything, you know what I mean? But in the end, I love black women, you know what I'm saying? And that's my preference. That's who I'm going to be with long term, right? There's that. Now, that being said, when you have these issues and you look at them in their totality, you just see a lot of, I don't want to say, I think most people are fickle, you know what I'm saying? And they see things the way they want to see it. The majority of us are not doing as well as Kendra would like us to believe. And so because we're not doing as well as we would like people to believe, we want to continue to do this thing with fake it till we make it. This is what the internet does. This is why I came, y'all, because I wanted to show people what real masculinity looks like. And they don't have to hide behind nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to hide behind nothing. And that's, you know, and I'm doing everything I'm doing. And I said everything I said. And I meant it all. And ain't nobody gonna stop me. See, I didn't hide behind nothing, y'all. I didn't come on here trying to sell y'all a dream. I didn't come on here telling y'all that I was some sort of fake guru like this Tony the Closer who just Tasha K just exposed, and Umar and the rest of these phonies, Anton Daniels and these bunch of cowards who have something to sell, but they have nothing truly to give our people that is substantial. Come here, Gizmo. What are you doing? She always up something. Shout out to Miss Toombs. These folks have narcissistic tendencies, and it's not a good look, especially some successful. This is facts. And you think you're doing so much better than your own people. Oh, shut up, Miss Toombs. I forgot that. Awesome. Where could I find your interview with her? I would like to watch it. It would be on her channel. It would be on her channel, Miss Toombs. I think you would enjoy it. Lot of content there. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go live with El Cheapo tomorrow. And it's gonna be 8 p.m. Central, Eastern, and West Coast time is Pacific, right? So 5 p.m. her time, we're going live, and I posted it. So she's gonna have a lot of that stuff, and she asked me would I go live with her and explain a lot of, you know what I mean, different concepts and things that I believe and so forth. And I told her that I would actually like El Cheapo. And there's a lot of questions that she want to ask, and I will be an open book in that regard, you know what I mean, and this, that, and the third, right? My biggest problem, y'all, is that a lot of times we act like we in the community are doing so well when everything that is in our reality tells us just the opposite. Like the numbers say black people as a whole have 2.5 to 3% of the wealth in this entire country. That is so infinitesimally small for you math majors out there. This is a pie, right? This would be our portion of that pie, if that, right? Yes, pumpkin. That means every other community has the entire 98% of the wealth, and yet we act like we have so much. That's what I don't like, y'all. It's all cap, and it's all a lie, because no race of people judge themselves by the success of one individual. They always deal with what is right for the collectively for the group. Now, they may not always agree on what is the best way to go. However, once that decision is made, they go with the group. What they don't do is decide that they're going to do their own thing and then get the support of their own communities. And so when black women think that they can do better without their men, or black men think that they can do better without their women, all of y'all, man, are really missing the point. Because none of us can get anywhere without the other race, the other gender, excuse me. You need your men specifically. And you need your men for protection, for provision, and for safety and guidance. We need our women for their support, for their ability to nurture, for her wisdom. This is facts. And so I get so sick of people trying to tell, and I said, Kendra, why don't you let me up on your chat? Because here's the thing, you on your platform, and yes, you can do what you want to do, but allow for some pushback if that's the case. Like you giving a monotone, and I'm not saying she can't. She can do whatever she wants. It's her, you know what I mean? It's her reality, right? But what I'm saying is, if your views can stand up under scrutiny, then that's when you know that your views are built on something substantial. However, if your views don't stand up on nothing substantial, then you playing yourself and you playing your people, right? Because let me tell y'all something, man. People can say whatever they want about me. He was an ex-drug dealer. He would hurt people. He was in prison. You know what I mean? All that's true. He was in the shelter. I've been in the shelter multiple times. Twice. 2-3 times. And I popped up out of that joker. You know, so this is before I had her. You know what I mean? And you know, I had to make a move. And I was able to make that move, you know what I'm saying, and get up out of there, right? With that being said, y'all, now that I have my daughter, I had to switch my way of thinking. And it's still a process of evolution. But I know that I possess the tools that can help to give black men the masculinity that they really need, because that is what benefits our people. Masculine men build communities. Communities aren't built off no boss broads. That's not what builds communities. Let me tell y'all something. Do y'all think America is afraid of Candace Owens? Do y'all think that America or the white power structure is quaking in its boots at Candace Owens? You cannot be that naive if you believe that. I'm sure you are not that naive, right? You need men in leadership positions who are strong and stoic, and the women to support them and say, I got my man's back. Whatever he say, that's what it is. We going there. I support my man. That's that. My daughter, no matter what you want to say, my daughter's 26 years old. She's married because of her father. I did that. This nigga out the street who ain't shit. I did that. I'm raising my daughter by myself. I didn't intend for it to be that way. That's what it ended up becoming. Do you think if you are wise, let me tell y'all something. Wisdom is known from its fruit. If you are wise, you do not produce a fool. Let me say that again. Wisdom is known from its fruit. If you are wise, you do not produce a fool. My daughter is no fool. She is married to her children's father with all of her children, from the instructions of her father. You can't get away from that. I'm not Dr. Umar who gonna come on here and his daughter gonna embarrass him out in public. My daughter eat out of my hand. Why? Because she had a father who directed her and who gave her great sound advice. Look at Pumpkin. This is how you're gonna be able to get past this. This is this, Pumpkin. This is what you're looking at here. This is what you're missing here. Let Daddy help you navigate this to get you to your next plateau. So I did that. Gizmo, I won't have it no other way. So this notion that these women can continue to be by themselves and get some sort of fulfillment of being by themselves and being financially well off. That's for a very slim majority of black women. And in the end, we still see these women come online still looking and saying how miserable they are. But they want masculine men on the terms they want masculine men. Let me tell you, ladies, something. You don't decide who a masculine man is and what it looks like. Other men decide that. Gizmo. Oh, she doing something, y'all. Hold on. Gizmo, get your tail up out of here. No, don't try. No. You were doing something you didn't have no business. The Gizmo, y'all, was trying to do something behind my back. Then she gonna try to act like she's give it to me. Give me my stuff. Get your stale tail out of that bathroom. Shout out to Miss Toombs. I wouldn't be no better than you because of my socioeconomic status. Listen, when our women start to understand that we need each other, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I cannot tell y'all. Y'all can laugh at me. You can call me a bum. You call me nothing. You can call me whatever you want. But I'm telling y'all, I don't care what the politicians say. I don't care what those people who have all these degrees say. I'm a guy with a GED. I didn't even make it to the 10th grade. I'm telling y'all, if black people ever truly stuck together, we would take over this country with only the 13 or 14% of us. We're smart enough. We have all of the skills. We're well-rounded. There's nothing that we could not do if we would only stick together. Recognizing that, you know what, it may not be good for me, but it's good for the group, then that's what it is. I'm riding with the group. I don't always agree with everything, y'all. No one has to truly... No, Gizmo, did you go in that bathroom? Gizmo. Gizmo. I said no. Get your teeth. Come here, you little rough. Come here, you little rough man. Your daddy's a little ruffian. You cannot get anywhere without the support of your people. Your people. That's your safety net. When you decide that you're riding with your people, this is why I don't like so many of these cornballs with microphones now. This is why I can't stand them, y'all, because they truly don't understand that it's not about individual success. This world is not built like that. Your individual success means nothing. We've seen all of the people who have individual success be taken down at one point in time or another if they decide that they want them. But when your success, when you have a community and your people, and you galvanize behind your people, and your people support you, you cannot cancel these people so easily. These people are supported by their own community. This is why I only make my content for the people who are like-minded like me. Y'all don't hear me straddling no fences. Y'all don't see me, oh, 1 minute he like this, wait a minute, he said this, but wait a minute. No. All of my views are consistent. Yes, I have daughters. But don't you put that, no. But my content is male-centered on the black man's issues, because that's how you build communities. I don't get up here, y'all, and cape for black women and cape for, black women need to, you brothers just need to. Man, listen, man, dig this here. That's not going to help. Yeah, that will help my algorithm. Yeah, they would love that, right? But in the end, how does that help my people? How does that help my daughter? How does that, if she does not know exactly what role she's supposed to play in this world? Shout out to Miss Toombs. Hey, Miss Mays, thank you for being here. Good to see my sister. I appreciate you too. It's time for everyone to get it. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, because it's getting real late in the game. Shout out to Miss Toombs. On the flip side of that, though, I would rather be alone than put up with a bunch of BS from these men. Been there, done that. If black men could do better and take accountability as well. Listen, Miss Toombs, and this is why we discussed that. Because in the end, I'm hard on the brother. And I should be, because men should be held to a higher standard. Men should, because there's a burden of performance that is placed upon a man, and he has to accept that mantle. If you do not accept that mantle, you cannot truly be what the Creator has called you to be. Then you lack the ability for a woman to submit when you're not on that type tip. You can't pick and choose. Either you. What are you doing? I gotta keep an eye on Gizmo, y'all. She be doing stuff behind my back. Shout out to FC, American flag. I don't really support America, brother. I'm a supporter of my people. I don't support this country. Never have. I would never fight for it. In truth. Shout out to Miss Toombs, Greed, and this is and Miss Toombs. I'll take it a step further. When you galvanize behind you, when men give women something to believe in, and the way you do that, and I've told y'all this, black men have to begin to take responsibility for their communities again. You have to get people out of your communities who benefit off you, who leech off you, who take off you. Period. I don't care what nobody else says. I don't care, because I don't care what the Democrats say. I don't care what the Republicans say. I don't care what the liberals say. I don't care what these everybody needs to work together. Yeah, that all sounds good, but yet you are still in a position to be a consumer, and everyone takes your resources and goes someplace else. If you really want true respect, you have to begin to take back your communities, which means stop spending with people who do not look like you. We have to figure out a way in order to begin to take over our communities again. to phase these people out. Let them go somewhere else and leech off someone else. Gizmo, come here. Black people have to begin to understand that there is no community where people can see, where people can come in and then take advantage of your resource, when they can begin extract what belongs to you. They take what belongs to us, our money, and then they don't even respect us. We've seen multiple. Gizmo, y'all, I was watching the video. Toombs, this gonna kill you. Not literally. I'm watching a video of a black woman and a black girl inside of McDonald's, and there was some sort of an argument. Can't remember what it was about. But the Indian woman took a drink and threw it in a little black girl's face. Toombs. Do y'all think that she would have done that to a little white girl? Do y'all think that that Indian woman who barely speaks English, who comes over in our communities, and she has, do y'all think that she would have taken that same drink and threw it in a black woman's face? I got 5 y'all in the chat. Give me a yes if I'm correct. Give me a no if I'm not. And I'm going to tell y'all something. A lot of people be sneak watching my stuff, and I'm starting to see different guys with some similar talking points and stuff like that. I'm keeping an eye on you. Some of them I'm going to catch you, but everybody knows who's the originator of this content, dog. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows who's the originator, right? I might be small, but I'm going to tell you something. You won't be able to run from it for long. Do you think that she would have done that? That's Toombs. I got 1. I got 4 more of y'all in there. Let me see you in the chat. Correct or not, right? 1 if I'm correct, 2 if I'm not. And you know what I mean? Do y'all think that she would have done that very same thing if that had been a white woman, right? That was just as belligerent. And the black woman really just wanted her money, if I'm not mistaken. She was like, I want to go, give me my money so I can leave. And then they kept telling her no, they wouldn't give her the money and so forth and so on. So I can't remember, but the black woman came around that corner, came around that corner. I think she popped her too a couple times. It wouldn't have, let me tell you something. You throw something at my daughter, please. I told the Indian guy, I went to the store, y'all, this a little while ago. About a week ago. Yeah, about 2 weeks. I'm tripping. Guy says, and y'all know I got gizmo everywhere. Hey, man, your daughter really pretty, man. Indian. I said, man, don't say nothing to my daughter. Don't say nothing. Don't talk to my daughter. Don't say nothing about it. Well, I just, man, listen. Did you hear what I said, man? Don't say nothing to my daughter. Don't speak about my daughter. You Indian piece of shit. You think I'm going to let you disrespect my daughter? Listen, dog, I don't care what you trying. Don't speak on my daughter. Period. I'm that nigga. But listen, let me tell you something. Y'all talk about a nigga crash out? Please. Don't say nothing to my daughter. Don't speak to my daughter. You here selling $4 pops. You know what I'm saying? I can get from Walmart for $1.50. Man, get up out of my face. Shout out to Cheapo. Hey, Cheapo, appreciate you for being in here. I'm driving, but listen, appreciate you, Mai. Where you on your way to? Mai, I'm asking because what I'm asking is, why do we continue in our community to allow people to just take our resources, and men continue to want respect from their women, but yet if you have to give your women something to respect, right? You gotta stop asking for submission. Men don't ask for submission. You take what you want. And I'm telling you that woman would have never threw that drink in that woman's face had she would have been white. If that little girl was white, she wouldn't even thought about throwing that drink in that little girl's face. But because she's so comfortable disrespecting black people, and she's seen us disrespect black people, and she's seen so many other things, what would stop her from thinking that this behavior is okay? See, this is why y'all getting back to Kendra, and why I have a problem. And Cheapo, we can get into this because I sent you the thing. I really wanted to get in this because she's always says she's happily married. My issue is, why do you have to continue happily not married? Why do you have to continue to push that if that truly was the case? It's called, I said it was Shakespeare, doth thou profess too much? Why do you continuously tell us how happy you are not being married? If that were truly the case, why not just live your life? You know, make your content, do what you need to do, but you continue, and then you live in a different socioeconomic group than the majority of us. Toombs agreed, the majority of us are not living as and will never have the resources that Kendra has. This is facts. So the fact that we continue to try to act like we don't need one another, when that black women are doing so much better and they have so much more resources, when the average black woman making about 27,000, she's just getting by. This shit is all cap, y'all. It's all a lie. And I hate these lies. I hate them because the numbers don't support none of it. How the hell do we got so much, y'all, and we only got 2.5% of the world? Somebody tell a nigga with a GED. I'm not that smart. Somebody tell me how we have so much, but yet we only have 2.5% of the wealth in this country, collectively. And the majority of that is owned by men. Where is the success? Shout out to El Cheapo. 27K is crazy. Yes, it's low, but guess what? Cheapo, you get with, if that very same woman was to get with the man who was an average earner about 40,000, and they began to work together, they began to put together a plan. That 67,000 cheapo can go a long way when it's manipulated properly, when it's under proper supervision. Because a lot of y'all, what y'all don't know is a lot of these so-called working guys, they the ones who with the money. The street niggas ain't got the money no more, y'all. It used to be a time the street niggas had the money. They ain't got that no more. The working guys probably got 15, 20 grand saved up. Now, y'all may say, awesome, that's not a lot of money. Well, yeah, that's only till a woman comes along with the right plan. Did y'all hear what I said? That's only until the right woman comes along with the right plan and says, hey, lady, I got an idea. We can sell snow cones. I found the snow cone machine for 5,000. We cook it up. Y'all, I met a guy, y'all, this is fact. See, y'all think I just be talking, man. When I was in West Virginia, y'all, there was a guy up there, I forget the brother's name, y'all. He had his own business. We was selling snow cones. I used to go down there, y'all, this was like crack. All he had was ice and some different flavors. Y'all, I got hooked on the flavor. Y'all know I'm black, so I like grape and lemonade. That was the first one. Y'all, I was going down there buying 5 of them a day at $3 a pop. It was like crack. So one day, I happened to ask, how did you know what I'm saying, come across this business or whatever? He got his vendor's license, this, that, and the third. Told me a little bit about it. He said, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Between you and me, people laughing at me, this, that, and the third. He said, man, shit made me rich. I said, what? He said, I'm gonna show you something, man. He said, you the first guy because I like how you come down here because I was supporting faithfully. Y'all, dude had $2.3 million in the bank selling ice and flavor. Let me say that again. He had 2.3 million in his savings, between his checkings and savings account, selling ice and flavor. This is what happens when black men and black women get together, right? There's these plans that begin to evolve, whereas a guy don't know what to do with his money. She like, hey, baby, I got an idea. You know what I'm saying? I got a plan for us. Now, he has her support. There's no telling where that business then takes them to, right? I just hate y'all the stuff that's pushed on us. I really do hate it, y'all, because it's not pushed no place else. No other race of women think that they're better than their men. No other race of women wish to compete with their men. White women to a certain degree, but not really so much, because in the end, they know what side their bread is buttered on. They'll talk that shit for a minute, but in the end, they don't want no smoke. They know what time it is. Shout out to Miss Tunes, you are smart. Quit saying you're not. Shout out to really, GED is a great thing. Hey, show her Tunes. I remember the score I got. It was a 236. I needed 225 to pass. Shout out to Cheapo. I make more than 40K. So 27 is heck. Well, that would make you definitely cheapo. That would make you in a higher percentage, right? You know what I'm saying? And listen, I don't begrudge none of. I don't think no man really truly begrudges a woman who's doing successful. And I told Kendra this herself. No man truly begrudges a woman who's doing successful. What we don't like is the attitude that comes with it. Then there becomes a situation where a man doesn't have the ability to tell you, hey, baby, I don't like you wearing that dress. Or, baby, you spending, baby, that's not a, you don't need to buy that. You don't need to buy that Hermes bag or what. Hey, y'all, what's them bags that's really, really spending $20,000? Now, y'all, I done bought that Louis stuff. I done showed y'all. I bought Louis. I bought a Louis bag one time I bought I think it was a knapsack for like $4,000 or 35. I had backpacks and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I bought, and that's still a 3, 4. Y'all, I'm not spending $20,000 for a purse. I'm just not. That right there is beyond. You know what I mean? Even if I had that type of money, which I could have afforded at one time. You know what I'm saying? But I still be like, man, $20,000 for a bag. I don't like no woman that much. And put it like this: you shouldn't even want that bag. You should be like, baby, listen, that $20,000 you could have gave. We could have started 2 businesses with that. Like, so you could have started me 2 businesses and put the businesses in my name. What you talking about, man? Please. Shout out to Miss Toombs. These folks out here have college degrees and can't find jobs. It's kind of this, and that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying to them. This is why I say it's all cap, y'all. This entire fictitious lifestyle that we live. Gizmo, what are you doing? Keep my eye watching you. This entire fictitious lifestyle, y'all, that we push on each other to try to make it seem like we're doing so much more than our that you talk about men couldn't have bank accounts and women couldn't have bank accounts and women are getting their own money. Women aren't getting money like that. They just not. They just are not. Right? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with saying we need each other. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a woman needing her man and a man needing his woman. Anybody that says anything else is a fool, man. They just I want my daughter to need her husband. I want my daughter to need her husband. She needs her father right now. I want my daughter to need her husband. I don't want her to think that he is some sort of he's a what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? That he's some sort of he's not a resource, but an asset she can either do, she can take it or leave it. That's your husband. What are you talking about? That's not what I taught you. That's bull crap. That's the fact. And it's the thing. If a woman, if a woman can have humility with the money that she makes, there's no issues there. There's no issues there. Like I don't think any black men really truly just don't like his woman to shine. It's the attitude that comes with it. It's the sense of you can't tell me what to do. So basically now I'm not even a man in this home, but yet I'm still required to protect you with my life. So I'm still required to protect you with my life, but you don't even respect me to honor my wishes when I say, baby, no, we're not gonna go that way. That's not a good investment. That's no, baby, you don't need that. And you don't want to check with your husband? So when Kendra says that she's happily not married, I just don't believe it, y'all. And I would tell her this to her face. Y'all know I would. I would listen. No, Kendra, you're not. It's all cap. You're not happily, Kendra, because if you were truly happily, last time we checked, you were trying to make a life with an ashy foot. Somebody stopped me at my capping. Was she not posting on social media? Was she not trying to make a life with ashy? Who started ashy foot shit? I don't know what they started calling that. I don't know who started calling him ashy foot, but I took up to it too. The African. Kendra wanted to be with this man. Kendra wanted to have a life with this man. And I don't begrudge her for that. Like, that's the whole thing. I don't look down on Kendra because she wanted a life with man. You know what I mean? I don't look at who is that? That's the African, according to everybody, Toombs, and I obviously I'm not there, but she had a guy who was, she had a guy who was an African, y'all. He was a scammer, been to prison, you know what I mean? And they said that the internet started calling him Ashy Foot. I don't know where that even came from, y'all. to be honest with you. I just heard it online, but I do remember seeing Kendra posting pictures with the guy when she was on the boat. Kendra was loving this man. Kendra was in love with this man from the all outside. And once again, there's nothing wrong with Kendra loving a man. I want to say that again. This makes it back to her. Kendra, there's nothing wrong with you loving a man. You have the right to have love just like any other woman. Your problem is that your problem is all of a sudden you cannot admit it. You know what I mean? As if you're so happy now having a lifestyle where you are financially stable, but yet in the end you wanted to be with this man. Oh God. Can somebody help me? I don't want Gizmo in the mix. Get out of here. I'm trying to no, Pumpkin. Shout out to Miss Toombs. Oh Lord. Them Africans do. Yeah, hey, Toombs, they do. They be wearing the fakest shoes, the fakest Louis and Gucci. Oh my God, they be scamming. They be wearing the fakest stuff that I'm in Atlanta, I be seeing these. I be seeing, excuse me, y'all. Lord have mercy. I see them all the time when I'm on the subways. They wear the fakest jewelry. I'm like, man. Hey. I was like, man, don't you know that people know that stuff is fake? Like, I'm not gonna lie. Them Africans do be trying to scam. This is facts. El Cheapo. Wait, she had a man from prison. Yeah, Cheapo. Yeah, he did some time. He had a few different aliases and stuff. I'm surprised you didn't know that. Yeah, he had a few different aliases and everything. Yeah, it was he came. He did a little bit of time. I mean, he wasn't violent. You know what I mean, to my knowledge, but he did do some time for like fraud or something like that, and then he got caught up. And yeah, it was definitely a thing, right? Now, like I say, I don't know it all. I don't pretend to know it all, but she definitely was involved with this African guy who was alleged scammer, right? And Kendra loved that man, right? And I believe she had to let him go because it ended up coming out. And the facts, I believe Tasha K was one of the ones who reported on it first. And Tasha K reported on it, and then she somehow sent the information, I guess, to Kendra, and then Kendra basically stopped following her or something like that. It's something like that between the women. But I don't want to get up here, you know what I'm saying? Because listen, here's the thing. I don't begrudge Kendra for loving or for trying to find a man and him not being the right one and him being a scammer. I don't, you know what I mean? Because that can happen to anybody. What I begrudge is the fact that what I don't like is that she gives black women bad advice, especially when they don't have the economic opportunities that she does, and she knows that she can live a lifestyle independent of anyone if that's really what she chooses. Because let's just say for a minute, let's go out on a limb, y'all, and say Kendra got $4 or $5 million in cash, right, in her bank. Let's just go out on a limb and say that, y'all. She can literally move up out of California, right? She can move up out of California and go someplace where the taxes are not as high, and she could live a very comfortable life, right? She could do, you know what I mean? She said herself she wanted to go to California from the time she was 20, right? She said this. So, but if that's what she just chose to do, then that's just what she chose to do, right? I don't begrudge Kendra for wanting to be successful. I think that Gizmo, come here. I don't see you. Thank you. Yeah, come here, Happy. And so I don't think any man truly begrudges the success that Kendra has or the success of any woman. It's the fact that we try to throw it up in a man's face and make that seem as if and make that be the end all be all in terms of the ability to keep you, like you're going to, be able to check and correct. Ain't no real man letting y'all check them, man. Let me tell y'all something. If you got a problem with me, you better tell me when it's just you and me. Hey, baby, I don't like how you did that. I didn't particularly, that hurt my feelings. The man in me can respond to the woman in you. All that trying to talk tough to me, man, I'm not buying that. Shout out to El Cheapo. El Cheapo, we're getting all of this tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not even, you're not about to talk to me. Who do you think you're talking to? Like, I'm not putting my life on the line for a woman who does not even have the discretion to recognize, you know what? I'm talking to my man. Let me get my mouth together. Let me talk to this man with love and respect, because I cannot reach him if if I come at him disrespectfully. He's going to reject all of that. And any man that allows himself to be disrespected is a sucker, man. I don't care what the internet say. I don't care what Boyce Watkins and, you know what I'm saying, the rest of these cornballs say, man. I don't care what Steve Harvey and think like a broad but act like a man or some dumbass book he come out with. I don't care nothing about none of that shit, because none of that move me. I'm moved off masculine principles and facts. You ain't talking about none of that, you ain't talking about nothing to me. Shout out to May. Maybe he's wanted a green card. May, I'm not sure. I think he was over here a lot. He may have, but I'll tell you what, whatever it was, it didn't last long once the information started to come out about him. But Kendra fell in love with the man and she wanted a future with him, and now she says she's happily not married. What I'm saying is, I don't begrudge Kendra for falling in love once again with the man. Or for him not being who he was. You know what I mean? Things happen, right? You know what I mean? And who am I to sit here and say that Kendra was wrong? You know what I mean? In terms of, we made bad decisions in relationships. I don't begrudge her for that. I don't like the information that she pushes on black women, basically telling them that they don't need their men. I don't like that. And then she tries to use her small circle of people basically as you can freeze your eggs. Kendra, that entire process is extremely, extremely, extremely majority of people. And the majority of people don't want to go through that anyway. The majority of people want to get it on. See what I'm saying? Y'all see how it's infected? And I'm a goon. I'm not a goon. Y'all see how it even infects me? The majority of men want to get it on with their woman and have a child naturally. People don't want to go through that process. But so Kendra's so out of touch with the normal person's reality that she'll tell women, you can just freeze your eggs and this, that, and that. Gizmo, come here. And it's just not true, y'all. Shout out to El Cheapo. I don't know anything about her. Yeah, El Cheapo, go look that up. She got videos she posted up, and they still up. Shout out to El Cheapo. Yeah, it's high as hell out here. Right. And so respect is a two-way street. Victor, oh God, it's just what I needed. Oh, just when I thought my day was gonna get better, Victorious one is here. Oh Lord, Victorious one, listen, don't start with me because I'm not listening. I'm gonna tell you right now. Listen. Matter of fact, I'm going live on El Cheapo's channel tomorrow. You come over there, and then I'll address your questions. You know what I'm saying, over there. But I think a lot of my stuff you agree on, Paul. A lot of stuff you do because you just try to get on my nerves. But like I said, I'm a beast of a man. And when you a beast of a man, you know what I mean? You're not really, Y'all, do y'all think lions concern themselves with the opinions of gazelle? They really don't. You know what I'm saying? So I'm that kind of guy. I have a predator's mindset. And so, a lot of things don't particularly, they wash off my back like, water off a duck. But I do always appreciate Victorious one because she always gives me some of the stuff. She give me good pushback. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, sometimes she just say stuff to get me upset, but I'm always appreciative when she's in the chat. She's definitely been around for quite some time, and you know what I mean. I'm definitely appreciative of the pushback because I believe that you should be able to stand up. You should be able to stand up. If your facts are true, then they should be able to stand up under the light, right? You should. If what you're saying is true, thank you, Pumpkin. If what you're saying is true, then it should be able to withstand scrutiny, right? So people should have the opportunity to dissect what you say, break it down, and if what you're saying has merit, then it should be able to withstand that test. If it cannot withstand the test, then therein lies your biggest problem. And there's nothing wrong with saying, you know what? I need to rethink that. You know what? That is not correct. Maybe I need to rethink my position on that. That's one of the grownest things that we can do. But I want to see black people win. I'm for the people that look like me specifically, first and foremost. Every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? And not just for those, but I'm for foundational black Americans specifically. The people that were born, and people have lineage, people that were born here, people that have ancestors here, people that our roots go back. We've been away from Africa, y'all, for over 22 generations. This is our homeland, right? And so so that's my issue, dealing with us specifically, because our issues are the ones that need to be addressed. Shout out to Ediva. Hey, sister, I believe we're going to get into the interview. El Cheapo has decided that it's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And Central is 1 hour behind, so that would be 7 p.m. But yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern. And it'll be on her channel, and I think it's going to be I know it's going to be very, very entertaining. So I'm going to bring the smoke. Shout out to El Cheapo. And that's just the way that is. Shout out to Awesome. Let's all win. What you mean who? You mean the people that look like me? Because in the end, I'm for who look like me, because everybody else is for the people that look like them. Like, I want to say that, Victorious One, the world is not designed that way. The world is not designed for nice people. Nobody cares about, you know what I mean, like nice people. Like, being nice is not going to get anything done. Being nice has served us not well at all in this country, as a matter of fact. You know, just trying to go along with the flow, and, you know, us just getting by. You know what I mean? That doesn't serve a man well. What serves a man well is masculinity, guts, the ability to withstand pressure, the ability to have vision, and to see past what's right in front of him. Intestinal fortitude, right? And that's what serves a man well. He has to be able to see past the things that are trying to, in an attempt to hold him back, and take what he wants. And therein lies his opportunity. You know what I mean? If you're not trying to do that, then you really are only in a position to hurt the community. And that's fact. So yeah, I'm definitely not for all people. I'm not going to sit here and lie, because nobody is for us. You know what I'm saying? If they would, and they would cut into that 84% of that wealth that they have and say, you know what? Let's make sure, let's get this wealth situation a lot closer, to give black people, you know what I'm saying, the opportunities that they truly, and not give us anything because you're not giving anything. You know, we actually stole, lied, cheated, and robbed, pillaged, and plundered, and enslaved them in order to get the wealth that we have. Least we can do is, if we're saying that we want to live in a society where, you know, we want to give them, where we don't want to see things the way they are, we need to do something in order to address this wealth gap. Because that's the bottom line, y'all. All that other stuff, them Democrats, and this why y'all, I don't get on people's platform, because in the end, they talk around you. What is the bottom line with the wealth? Talk to me about the business, and then you come back to me. I want to see this. I don't want to hear nothing else about none of that other stuff that you talking. If it don't affect the bottom line, you're not talking about nothing to me. They're definitely not for us. No, they're definitely not, Toombs, and nor should they be. Like, that's for us. That's for us to come to terms with, and to understand, and to galvanize behind one another. And you know what I mean? And this is why, hey baby, hi pumpkin, you come to see daddy. Say hi, Gizmo. Say hello, hola. The Gizmo's here, y'all. She decided to quit running them up. She done took all her socks out of the sock drawer. It was out of order, pumpkin. Do you think you was wrong for what you did? Should you do? You're gonna do a better job in the future. Do you love Dada? Give me this. Give me this. See, y'all see how she play me? Give me this. Give me this. Just such a sellout. So yeah, and so y'all, and y'all, that's one of the things that. Was that a test? Was that a test? And y'all, so that's where we at. So I'm gonna save a lot more of this, you know what I'm saying, for my interview with Cheapo. I just wanted to get off into this to touch, because something has to be really done that we can truly address from a systemic level. And you know what I mean? We have to, because here's the thing: if we're going to do something about our communities, if we're going to do something about the things that are happening around us, then it's going to be with the leadership of men, and as well it should be. Shout out to Victorious One. When I say all, I only speak of people that look like me. That should be understood. This is fact. Go ahead, sister. Excuse me. Thank you very much. Yes, and you are 100% right. That is who our communities are built for. That is who truly needs to be understood and lifted up. I'm not interested in everybody else's problems. People talk about, you know what I'm saying, Pan-Africanism and connecting with different. Man, look here, we got enough problems over here. The last thing I'm trying to do is worry about like, why would I? That's funny to me, y'all. People talk about, you know what I mean, we can't even help ourselves over in America, yet we worried about what's happening on the continent of Africa. Does that make any sense to anyone? How about we worry about what's going on over here first? How about we deal with the issues that are affecting the black man and the black woman in America? Solve those, and then we can begin to try to, you know what I mean, to try to, you know, help. Like I said, y'all, we only have 2% of the wealth in this country, and it's always quiet when I hear that. But yet we have so much. This is why Kendra's message will forever be lost on the will be forever on deaf ears, you know what I mean, to real thinking people, real thinking black men, because it's like, well, wait a minute, if you have so much, why don't we see it? Where is the, yes, you have something. Yes, you are successful, Kendra, you alone. There are a few successful people alone. However, that is not how the world works. The world doesn't care about people being alone. That's not the barometer. That's not the bar that you need to be trying to climb. The question is, how are we doing collectively? And if you're not doing well, if we're not doing well collectively, see, everybody understands that. Why do y'all think they always eat off us? Why do y'all think these Asians can come over here and win? Why do y'all think these people come over here and win, y'all? These Mexicans, because they understand the ability. They understand the concept, of community. They're going to ride with their people. Doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter whether their people are right or wrong. We don't want, well, right is right and wrong is wrong. Man, shut your dumb ass up, man. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear the black? Well, right is right. You know what I mean? You know, the Bible says. And hey, dumb. Hey, dummy. Nobody cares. The world don't work like that. People are going to say, hey, you don't look like us. He's right. That's that. They're not gonna try. Y'all get them likes up, man. It's 10 of y'all in here. Come on, man. Hit the like button. Y'all quit playing my likes, man. Y'all like them likes belong to y'all, man. They're my likes. Get my likes up, man. Quit playing my content, man. Y'all be over here pocket watching my content, man, but y'all don't want to give me no love, man. Y'all know I'm the realest guy doing this, man. These guys be pump faking, man. It's only a few guys, you know what I'm saying, on here that's worth even listening to. I know I'm one of them. And so y'all, that's what thank you for the like. You know what I'm saying? One of them left out like a stone cold sucker that he is. Give me 3 more likes, man. I got 9 of y'all in here, man. Give me 3 more likes. Mexicans can live in one house, live together without any judgment. This is facts. This is facts, Toombs. And they'll build their communities up. They'll help. Everybody plays a role. Everybody plays a part. Everybody understands what they need to do in order to push the community forward, right? The women play their roles, whether there's some women that get out there and work. You know what I mean? There's some women, you know what I mean, that are responsible for the children. The men get out there, you know what I mean, and they thrive. And then we all look at these people and we acting like, how did it happen? It's not a secret, man. The women support their men. And they come over to our communities where they know they can get on at. Y'all, why am I in Atlanta and I see all work crews full of Mexicans? I'm black. I would do the work. Y'all think I wouldn't take one of them jobs that's paying what? I don't know what they making. 16, 17? I'm going to throw that out there. I'd take it. They're probably making a little bit more than that. But I'll throw that out there. But yeah, y'all, that's what they would. How am I in Atlanta? This is why I say, y'all, this whole thing is cap. I've been in Atlanta for a whole year. Black people do not run Atlanta. It's all cap. Yes, there are black people who do well here. But y'all, black people don't run Atlanta. White people run Atlanta. Black people have position in Atlanta. Yeah, Awesome said it. Let me say that again, victorious one, because you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of slow people in the chat, not you. You know what I mean? Because I know you know. Victorious one. I'm telling you, I'm here. Black people do not run Atlanta. White people still run it. Black people just have position here. I've seen more. Now, I do see blacks on the police force, right? I do see blacks in fire because I'm always interested. But the construction crews and the crews that's building things, y'all, the stuff for the people that's building things, I see all Mexican crews. The people that work for the people that work for the cities. Y'all, Gizmo doing what I do. Okay, thank you, Papa. The people that work for the cities, y'all. The people that work for the cities, the people that that's responsible for the heavy machinery and the ditch digging and the sewers and the infrastructures. I see Mexicans. I don't see a lot of people that look like me. Now, why is that? I'm a little slow. You wouldn't know this, El Cheapo. You ain't telling nobody that nobody didn't know. Like I said, if you wasn't halfway cute, you really been toast. Cause you hey, Cheapo, if you wasn't thank you very much. But I'm serious though, y'all. If that's the like therein lies where we have to start to understand and start to look at things in a totalities perspective and not just from an individualistic perspective. It doesn't matter how good you're doing. It doesn't matter. That's not the way the world works. Shout out to I'm saying, T-Bo, you know what I mean? You know, whoop-de-whoop, right? No, listen, Cheaper, we're going to have a good time tomorrow. I'm really, I already know what I'm going to wear. I'm going to kill it. We'll have a great time. And I'm looking forward to the questions that you have. And yeah. Give me a call because I'm going to take some things that I'm going to do as well. Also showing out. Yeah, you know, I'll be, yeah, Victoria's, listen, I'm going to, yeah, you know what I mean? Because I'm going to, how they used to do Victoria's, I'll pop this robe. Victoria's, when I was getting that money, I used to, look at that robe. Look at that, awesome. Look at that, man. Hey, get off me, pup. Cool. I think the Gizmo, y'all, should get her first whooping today. I'm thinking about that. I'm really, really, really contemplating her getting a whooping today. Cause she be all over the place. But yeah, y'all, that's today's, that's the message, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold y'all. But that's where we at with that. I'm really trying to really galvanize, you know what I'm saying, really start to push these points because this stuff is just too serious to be playing with. And that's where I'm at with it. Kendra's not happily single. No, she's not, because real happy people don't have to continuously tell us they're happy. All right? And that's facts. Shout out to Victoria's one. Absolutely not. No spankers ever. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Listen, but we definitely gonna get with y'all tomorrow. Cheapo, plug your chat right now. Plug your channel right now before I get off for everybody, and so they can definitely tune in tomorrow. El Cheapo is your channel. Yes, that's her. Yes, that's it, man. Cheapo, plug it for me to make sure I got it correctly, please. You still around, which I believe you should be. You ain't got no man. You ain't got nowhere to go. Yeah, you ain't got no man, Cheapo. You ain't got nowhere to go. You might as well stick around and plug. Plug the channel, El Cheapo. She's probably doing it right now. So yeah, y'all listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something, y'all. This is once we start to understand these principles, and we stop listening to people who are in positions of, we start listening to people who are in positions of influence in our communities, I think we're gonna be so much better off. Shout out Victoria's, we are dead wrong. Yeah, I got to get her Victoria's. I'm gonna really get over tomorrow. Shout out to Navas. I think Kendra needs the audience to feel seen. I can see that Navas. And here's the thing: she has to identify her. Those are the people you have to understand. That so from Kendra's standpoint, she has a certain community We know that her community is supported. Her bread and butter is black, single, obese women with children. That's her bread and butter. So she cannot ever truly deviate too far from that, because she knows that if she does not have that, so she has to say a lot. Now Kendra does try to give certain pushback at times. I have to be honest, but however, it's very, very short lived, and it's never truly with the intention, because Kendra speaks out of both sides of her mouth too. Because on one hand, she may say something that seems insightful, but then she says, my life is filled with real black men, and I have real dating options. Who, Kendra? Who are these real dating options that you say you have? If you have real dating options and they really want to date you seriously, why have we not seen you with these individuals, right? Why do you continuously tell us when we have not seen anything, you know what I mean, to validate these so-called rumors that you put out there? Shout out to Nonviolent. Don't you bite me. Shout out to Nonviolent. She's too conceited, obsessed with herself. Yeah, shit, that's something. Listen, the pride go before the fall, Nonviolent. It always. And I'll tell you something. Me personally, I don't want to see Kendra. I want to see her app excel, because she's a black woman doing it. So I just want to see her win. You know what I mean? And people are like, it's going to fail. It doesn't matter if it does or didn't. She took a shot. And so, I'll always have respect for the fact that she took a shot. She bet on herself. And if it doesn't happen, it's not like, she cannot ever come back to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's taking a shot and she's saying, hey, I want to do something. I want to try. And she's putting her own money up. It's not like she's going out here begging for donations. You know what I'm saying? She's putting her own money up. How can you not respect that point? If you don't respect that, then I think you're just a hater. And that's, and it's a lot of people that's like that. Shout out to me. Kendra served court papers to MBW. Yeah, she did. Yeah, that's absolute facts. Shout out to my dog, MABW. You know what I'm saying? Kendra don't like her content being, used or whatever the case might be. But Kendra does, like she said, I don't know a lot about this whole fair use thing, but in the end, MABW and any other content creator has the right to use this content. Everybody else been doing it, and people don't like being clowned. I get it, but you get up on there and you behave like a clown. So I don't listen. Y'all, when it happened to me, did y'all hear me complaining? Did y'all see me trying to go around and check other content? Kendra started a whole reaction video channel off me. She had a reaction the very next day. I'm her longest and most known guest. I'm her longest interview, period. And so, like, did y'all see me try to say, well, Kendra shouldn't use my, content? You know what I'm saying? She benefiting financially, and I didn't. The numbers speak for themselves on how successful those interviews were. Did y'all see me trying to dog Kid? No, because I put my life out here for public consumption, and so people have a right to draw their own in conclusions. Kendra has a big platform, and if she benefits, she's been building her platform for 5 years. She has the right to use the content as she sees fit. That's facts. I'm a man. I'm not emotionally caught up in it. People have a right to draw their own conclusions when you put your life out here for public consumption. I am a public figure, for lack of, I'm not a known or anything like that, but you know what I'm saying? But y'all see what I'm saying, right? I'm not saying I'm huge or, I'm not even monetized, but what I'm saying is when you put your thoughts out here, when you put things out there, people have a right to make their assumptions, opinions. They can do that. And that's and that's just the way that goes. Shout out to Google too. Hey, appreciate you, Google too. Thank you for being here. I'm really about to get off here. This video, I just had to really tap in about. I'm gonna do something with El Cheapo. I guess she just left. She must be gone. But El Cheapo on tomorrow, her live 8 p.m. Eastern, and 5 p.m. Pacific. I'm going to go on her live channel. We're going to discuss and get off into a lot of this stuff. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing y'all over there. And I definitely appreciate your support. Definitely thank y'all for being in here. And yeah, y'all. But we at some point in time we're gonna have to get serious about the communities, about our communities, and the conversations that we're having, because you can't have a community if you don't have serious-minded people. And I you know what I'm saying, that's just the bottom line. If you don't begin to think seriously, then you're all toast. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all so much for being in here. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for coming back to the Awesome and the Gizmo show. The Gizmo. Say, see you later, Gizmo.